but he's just garbage. Hello, are we live? Welcome everyone
We
to
are
a 2 hour.
live.
We just went
Welcome.
straight into a conversation. But I mean, that's kind of what we want the podcast to feel like anyways, right? Like it's just a camera recording the two of us talking.
Yeah, and I'm trying to to be honest, I have my computer down here and my phone is up there, which is actually recording. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember to look at you guys.
yeah. You're doing great.
Not
I
out
think
here where I can actually see my bestie. But
the my tism's too strong for that. It would take me at least 5 or 6 sessions to be able to get used to that. So you're doing great. You're doing
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, I thought maybe we could chat about this podcast because Crystal and I are really trying to like actually kick it off and consistently show up here for all you guys, maybe
Working on
even
it.
a couple times a week. And
Working
just
on
kind
it.
of make it like a cozy place that all of us like witchy, spiritual, non like conforming to the patriarchy types of people want to show up and feel safe, all of our queer, wonderful, beautiful humans, which we are also, all of our neurodivergent, spicy people, like just a space where we can all feel safe and come together and just kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, where it's
I
just
love
like
him.
there's something that just is kind of fun and yummy to look forward to, whether it's like, we're always having something delightful to drink that's different and we can all kind of share in that. Maybe that's how we start off the podcast, is just talking about what we're sipping on.
Okay,
Um
I'll tell you. I love that. I'm drinking water, but I'm also I discovered that my body is I mean, I think all human bodies are super allergic to sucralose, like the fake sweetener. And so I've been
Mm,
on like a journey to find a good electrolyte, something that I can stir in. And I found one, but it's not sponsored.
mm,
So I don't want you guys to think that like Stir is giving me anything. But this is made with monk fruit and it also has
mm.
the color even comes from beets. So it's like
Nice.
natural and I'm not getting like pain in my wrists and stuff. So I've been drinking this one. This one's blackberry raspberry. And my new
Mhm.
goal, because I'm gonna fill my cup first before I fill anyone else's, I'm gonna be drinking 2 whole glasses of water before I have coffee every day. And I'm hoping
Way to
that that
go.
will help me feel a lot better. So that's my plan. Hi guys, how's it going?
That's a great plan. I'm trying to like basically the only way I get water in is I drink out of quart ball jars. That's just how I do it. So I know if I
Yeah?
get 2 of those in like throughout the day, I've done pretty well for like water levels. And so in the morning I make my like lemon water with sometimes a little extra potassium and sea salt and
Calcium salt, yes.
stir those intentions in, baby. And,
Yes.
I have that, and I just know, like, I try to get that in before noon, and, just a really good way to kinda, like, wake everything up, clear things out that shouldn't be there, and then, like, my 2nd glass of the day is usually with, like, electrolytes in it or maybe like, a splash of coconut water too,
Ooh.
just for, like, added
I love
deliciousness.
coconut water. I love it so much.
And
Sometimes
it's
I feel like
life-giving electrolytes.
it's the most hydrating. Sometimes I feel like coconut water hydrates me more and faster than water even could. And I'm sure there's science behind that, I'm sure.
There is science behind it, 'cause it literally pulls, like, all of those minerals and stuff into your cells because it's not empty water, like,
Just want you
it's
guys to
it's
know
a living
my
water.
best friend is college educated, and when I have questions like this, I call her up and her husband up because 'cause they're both brilliant,
Aw.
brilliant.
Well,
Um,
that has nothing to do with having a degree or not having a degree
ooh, we were
because
just
some of the most
talking about
brilliant yeah,
this.
some of the most brilliant people I know have no degrees whatsoever, but are so, like, curious and thirsty for information, and
Absolutely. I
that's
love
really
that.
where it lives, is just that desire
I know, but
to
I mean,
learn
I
and
don't
grow and
uh,
expand.
while I don't think that a college education necessarily makes you better or smarter than someone else, I think it's really important that people understand that you deprogrammed religion and went through college on your own with your husband, and I'm very proud of you. Like, I
Aw,
don't wanna
thank
take
you.
away from these things that you did that were difficult for you. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. And we didn't know what we were gonna talk about today, which is kinda what I love about what we're doing here is we're just kind of, like, calling each other.
Yeah.
People don't know this about you, I don't think, but you healed your body from a very traumatic accident. do you feel comfortable talking to us about that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll write an article at
I would
some point
love
about it.
yes. Yes.
But I was in a car accident actually, back in 2019, 2020, that kind of time frame. Um, and I was hit, like, the top of my head and spine were injured, to the point where I had a pretty bad TBI and struggled to have, like, any form of balance. I was having a really hard time seeing, so I actually went to a neuro-ophthalmologist, to kinda, like, work through the neurological stuff because a lot of
Right.
it was neurological, like, rewiring, retraining, so I went through a lot of therapy for that.
It's amazing.
And then just had to basically tooth and nail keep pushing and pushing and pushing, being
Yeah.
consistent, and believing that, like, things were gonna get better. And as somebody who, like, I'm also a yoga teacher, and as somebody who is very in the body most of the time, and he's like, was able to do headstands and all these other things, it was really heartbreaking to go to where, like, standing on one foot was really hard. Um, but, like, now I'm able to do all of that again.
Oh, you're amazing for
Um,
doing it. How old were you when that happened? I'm trying to figure out if that was your Saturn return.
well, let's see here, that was, like, 6 years ago, almost 6 a little over 6 years ago. So, whatever that is, 29?
Your Saturn
Yeah,
return. That was your Saturn return, and I think
yeah,
that's really
yeah,
amazing. I think it's really important, that people understand that, Saturn return is something that happens, and it happens every 30 years. So every 30 years, your Saturn returns to the natal position it was in when you were born. Saturn is the planet of karmic, response and expansion. Um I think what happens when you begin to, get into these grooves, and we can talk about this in, like, a really scientific way as well. As we build habits in our brains, we reticulate things, in our minds, we get these, like, crevices, these little drag paths, right? And they become, where our synapses fire through, and that's how we learn things, is that same drag path over and over again in
yeah,
a very layman's way, right? Sometimes we take drag paths and teach ourselves things that are not best for our souls. They're not great for our internal mechanisms. They're not great for the reality that we're living. And a lot of times, your Saturn return comes to you and upheaves your life in a way where you have to kind of relearn things in a pretty
absolutely.
traumatic way. And I believe that that Saturn return coming to you and showing you how strong you are, because I think
Well, thank you.
now, yeah, I mean, now, like, you looking at you now, you wouldn't even be able to tell that you were in that crazy accident. Hi, my honey. So yeah, I think, relearning, things during our Saturn return is the most exciting. My mom just had her 2nd Saturn return, and it was all about boundaries, and now she's a
Mm,
pro at boundaries. She's so good at saying
yeah.
no. I'm, like, shocked when she says no. I love it. It's, like, exciting to me. It warms my heart.
That's amazing. See, this
Yeah,
is why you need a best friend who's like an expert in astrology and fully and totally in love with it,
I'm
because
obsessed.
she can shine the light in areas where you're like, "Yeah, it was kinda weird that it just happened out of nowhere when I was 29."
Yeah, yeah. No, not out of nowhere. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Uh,
I love that. Hey, can I ask you a
yeah.
question? Did you
Sure.
and my feelings will not be hurt because you are a mother and a wife and an author and a so much. Did you get a chance to read the article I wrote called The Crone of the Last House, which is the fictional no. Okay, so
No, not
I
yet.
wanna tell you a little bit about it.
Please
Um,
do.
if you don't mind, if anyone who's
Yeah.
listening, I've been writing on Substack for about a year, and I love it. You guys know that. I'm a little chaotic. I don't keep patterns very well. I'm not a very good person when it comes to patterns. This is why I named the publication Cosmic Chaos, because it was
This
never
is
ever going to be one thing.
well, and like, for whoever, like, is here who may not know, like, one of us, like, depending on where you're joining from, this is my best friend, and
Well,
she is a Cancer sun, and I am a camper. I
a
am a
Capricorn,
Capricorn. Well, I
a
was a camper
Capricorn.
van at one point for my daughter, but, I'm a Capricorn sun, and so, like, we have this beautiful dynamic that brings kind of the cosmic everything and the earthy everything together in one place and kind of just it melds and plays together and it's just so much fun. So that's why we are working on starting this podcast called The Witching Hour. As I was saying at the beginning, where we can just like come, be, hang out, chill with all of you guys, bring up
Talk.
random topics, sometimes like planned stuff too, and talk about what
Yeah,
comes up.
I love
But
that.
like the Crone article that she wrote that she is going to tell us all about.
Oh yeah. So I wrote an article. One of my favorite things is fiction. I'm currently writing an 8-book time travel romantasy fiction story saga. I'm very excited about it. My goal is to be a successful fiction, romance fiction, fantasy writer. And I decided that I was going to combine my two favorite things, which is astrology and politics and fiction. And I did a medieval style medical astrology reading on Donald Trump because, yes, I am so obsessed with astrology that I even could do medieval medical astrology readings. That's how deep the rabbit hole goes for me. And so when I did that, I decided I didn't know how controversial it would be for me to do a death reading on a sitting president. And so I wanted to put it from a place where I kind of separated myself away from it. And it was a little bit of a work
Mm,
of fiction. But when I tell you that I used his true chart and when I tell you that I used real medical astrology and that I believe in medical astrology, I think it's pretty eye opening. But the reason I brought it up was because um, about 2 weeks before the reflecting pool turned itself into a swamp, before he turned it into a swamp, um, I wrote that article, and in that article, he has to traverse a swamp to get to the crone. And in the swamp is reflections of his fate. And I just was thinking about that last night as I was like laying here thinking like, oh, there's a little bit of a soothsayer moment happening inside that article. I called it and I didn't even know I was calling it. So if you guys are interested, I'd love for you guys to check that out. And then something else I was really excited to talk to you about that I haven't like had a chance to. And
yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, everyone, because I'm very good at
No, you're not.
Chiron Gemini. I just started a new publication called Gray's Galaxy Gray's Galaxy, because I struggle with separating the two publications. I don't feel comfortable not talking about stars and politics on Cosmic Chaos. I kind of feel like the people who subscribe to that are looking for political based astrology. And
Mm,
so when I send out like the other like little things I want to write out, the crazy little things that are popping on my brain, the people aren't opening them. I didn't think people would read them because they're not interested in that. So I created something different. So if you want to get to know me on a level that's not stars or politics, in a way that Ayana enjoys me, because we talk about way more than stars and politics, I would
everything.
suggest go over there to Gray's Galaxy and follow me there. 3 times a week, I post something crazy. I just posted one about a story about how one time I started my period at school and I had to put my panties into my lunchbox so I can get them home and rinse them out. And on the same day that the drug dogs came to the school, and the drug dogs alerted on my locker, and I got called out of class. It was very embarrassing. I'd love for you guys to check this
Wow.
out. Yeah, really embarrassing. Really
Yeah, that's quite the core memory.
embarrassing. Oh, so it was so bad. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. I love that you're writing more personal stories because, like, you're a really fascinating human and you've been through a lot that you just don't talk about. So I think it's a wonderful way for people to just get to know you a little more, fall more
Thank
in
you,
love with you
Betsy.
because
Thank you, Betsy.
I think you're a fantastic human. Um, but yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to either one of us, I'm like still waking up.
You know, I haven't even had
If you
coffee
are
yet. I'm still having my water.
I'm not having coffee. This is chicory dandelion tea.
I was gonna ask you, what's
Yeah.
your delicious drink for the day?
Yeah, and it is good. And it's sweetened with monk fruit too, so that's kind of
Mm,
my non-sugar alternative that I use. Uh
I love monk fruit.
But yeah, if you're not subscribed to either one of us, definitely subscribe to both of us. We share some crossover stuff, but like specifically more astrology stuff is on Crystal's page, Gray Galaxy's page. And as I said, she's starting to share more personal stuff too. I am as well. And I don't know what it is. Like maybe you could tell me why the stars are telling both of us to share more personal stories right now. but, I've been feeling the pull to do it. Like, right now, I'm currently working on an article that's about generational trauma and how it's passed
Mm,
down with a lot of, like, my personal stories weaved in, for my dad's line. So that it's done. It's ready for you guys for next week, and there's even a ritual at the end, for people who are paid subscribers, because that's kind of how I've set it up. Most of my articles are free, like, the meat of the article is free, and then at the end, there's a ritual, so if you want to, like, actually, I guess, bring more of it into your own personal space and work with those energies, then you can choose to, become a paid subscriber.
I love that.
Um, but also, like, just being a paid subscriber allows me to keep writing for everyone. So it's really a kind of like a pay it forward, support the community as a whole.
You're on sale
Um,
right now, aren't you? Are you on sale still?
oh, I don't know if I still am.
You were.
I
People
may
need to
not.
watch it because you did a really crazy sale
I
last week. So I was
did.
really proud of you. It's difficult to get
Yeah.
Capricorns to do anything like that, and you did it, and I'm so proud of you. I'm
Wow.
so proud of you.
You encouraged me strongly to do it, and I was like, I would love to, like, bring more people into the fold and let more people have access to what
Yeah.
I'm offering, because I think it could be really beneficial for everyone's life. That's why I'm here, because
Yes.
I'm
I love
supposed to
that.
be teaching and sharing, the
Yeah.
wisdom that I've gathered, but
Lisa
also
Appleby. Sorry, I
what
have
my
to say hi to
ancestors have
Lisa.
brought in.
I
Hi,
saw Lisa.
Lisa.
There's Lisa. She's
Yeah.
here. She's arrived.
If you guys don't mind just tapping the heart in the corner down there, that would be so helpful
Yeah, you guys
because
can.
that kind of sends it out into the Substack universe, and encourages, like, our lives to be seen, for
Mhm.
us to be more visible. Look at you guys.
Oh, you
That's
guys are so
amazing.
sweet. That's so nice. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Because otherwise we
Uh,
can kind of disappear into the shadows. And we would like
yeah.
to have more people hang out in this space because I think it's going to be fun, especially when we are both, like, a little less random, maybe. I don't know. But
I honestly was up until very late last night. I even did I should say into this morning, which is not new because 'cause I'm a night owl, but, um, I didn't get very much sleep. But I think that, uh, a lot of that has to do with retrograde right now, like retrograde. We're
yeah.
in I don't know if you guys know this, but we're in a couple retrograde actually, but I would say like the most important one that we're currently experiencing just happened. We are in a Mercury retrograde Cancer. And
Mm,
listen, I'm a Cancer sun and we're in Cancer season.
mhm.
Has anyone been feeling, I mean, with a show of hands, has anyone been feeling a little emotional? Just a little bit. Like when you're frustrated, quicker to tears. Or when you're frustrated, quicker to a higher frustration level.
I
It's
feel called
almost
out right now.
ah. Yes, I also feel called out by myself.
Well, I
That's
I
that's what's
mean,
happening.
it's pretty unusual for me to just, like, cry for little
Yeah,
things. It's pretty
yes.
unusual because that's just not, I have, like, no water in my chart.
Mhm.
So I kind of keep things together pretty well,
Nicole
but,
too.
like, yeah, around the technology stuff, I've been feeling more emotional when it's
Well, and
not
that's
working
that
right.
makes so much sense that you say
Yeah.
that because Mercury is technology, right? He is the messenger of technology. And so right now, like for instance, guys, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm incredibly autistic. I'm proud of being autistic. I love my brain. I love my neurospicy brain. I put my knee down on my iPad and I bent it. And I did
Oh.
that the first day of Mercury retrograde. When I tell you guys, I had an autistic meltdown of autistic meltdowns. And when
Mm,
I have those, I reach this like high pitch whine that I cannot recreate unless I'm experiencing the meltdown.
mhm,
And I sat and like rocked for like 20 minutes. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because I just want to normalize having autistic meltdowns, especially
mhm.
as adults. I was not allowed as a child to have the type of physical meltdowns that I need to have to
Yeah,
expend the extra energy I get when I'm feeling overly emotional. And right now, with oh, see, Lisa says she had a meltdown over a garden
there
hose.
you
See,
go. I'm
I get you.
sorry. We get
Okay.
it.
That is Mercury retrograde combined compounded with my autism, obviously,
For
and,
sure.
cancer, and cancer is about home, the kitchen table, the family story, the ancestral receipts, and so everyone's gonna be feeling kind of turned in on themselves, and everyone's gonna be experiencing glitching text messages, issues with your live stream,
Yeah.
emails, double check your emails, all those things, feeling exceptionally emotional when those things don't work, and that is okay, allow it. That's what I can tell you. What you're experiencing, the feelings you're experiencing in retrograde are on purpose.
Mhm.
Usually, the things that come up that you're experiencing are feelings that you have suppressed or pushed away for a later date. Knock, knock, motherfucker. Now's the later date. Today is the
Welcome.
day.
Welcome.
Welcome feelings, welcome feelings. So make
Isn't
sure you
this
ground
great?
yourself,
Yeah.
right? Ground
Yeah.
yourself. Why don't we talk about this
Yeah.
5 things you can see, you can feel, you can hear, you can taste.
Absolutely.
Um, it's really important that you allow yourself to have those meltdowns and that you give yourself grace. That's what I
Yeah.
have to say about that.
Well, and something like I learned somewhat recently, is that if you want to kind of have a check to see if you are dysregulated or not, you can do something very, very simple where you just try and swallow 3 times in a row without stopping. And if that's hard for you, probably means that your vagus nerve needs some more
You can
vagal
reset
tone.
that
You
Vegas, yeah.
probably need to yeah, you probably need to do some regulating exercises, activities, and I think for each of us, that can kinda look different because for some of us, like, being really still is helpful, and
Yeah?
for others of us, it is not at all.
Mm.
So I have found as a fire, a fire sign in my moon, because I'm an Aries moon, I have to move my body in order to
Yes.
move and process emotion. So if you guys aren't familiar with what your moon sign is and how that impacts your emotional state, definitely go look into that because you
Yeah,
may be surprised, like, at what you're missing out on as far as,
yeah.
like, solutions for processing, and it can really help a lot,
Mhm.
to be aware of that. I have a house full of Aries moon, so I see it every single day.
Right. Well, yeah, and I mean, my moon is Capricorn, and so the moon that just passed, that strawberry moon, was kind of like, in a way, not to sound full of myself, but directed at me. Like, I felt like it was like the moon was being super sweet to me specifically. I liked to make it all about me. But I feel like having a Capricorn moon causes me to, and you can attest to this.
Mhm.
I shell up even more. I'm more of a shelled up Cancer than most
Yeah.
Cancers are. When I need to re when I need to realign or I need to get myself back to baseline, I kinda just, like,
Mhm.
disappear for a couple days and
Yeah.
become a ghost fish or a goatfish and just, like
Goatfish.
I like ghost fish too. It's like a ghost fish.
I mean, that works too. I mean, maybe that's what the shadow side of Cancer is, like, is
Yeah.
being a ghost
Well,
fish.
no, I think this is a shadow side of Cancer is, Elmira from did you ever watch that? Do you know when I say Elmira, do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes,
Okay,
but
she's the "I will
I
love you and hug you and kiss you and squeeze you."
yes,
That's a crazy Cancer.
yes.
Absolutely. I think your sound just came out. Don't stress, but your sound just went out. Talk to me. Talk to me more. She's got the this is guys, do you remember when I said Mercury retrograde? There she is. Is she back? Try again. Mercury uh, uh, it's gotta
Huh?
be it almost feels like it is connectivity issues, not you. Like your internet's slow for a second. Just give it a second. This is Mercury in retrograde, fucking with you right now. Take a deep breath.
Why?
I know, just take a deep breath, baby. Is it on? It's on my end. Is it not
Why?
her? So she's okay?
I know.
Guys, oh, I'm glitching. Me.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
it
You
is
can hear
you.
it's me. Oh, I was handling that so well too. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see.
Oh, wow, you sure were.
Okay, well, I'm also not
Welcome
gonna
to our life where sometimes we just
It's still being so funky. Why is it doing that? Let's see. Let me see if they're having an internet issue. My face is so close to the camera right now. I apologize. Okay, backing up. Are we good? Are you there? I'm gonna be the saddest individual. Just gonna get really close to the camera. I don't know. It bums me out. We were doing so good too. I wonder. Let me see if my internet's being weird. Hi. Is that better? Can you see me? Can you hear me? It was my feed? I was so worried it was her feed. This is gonna bum me out. I could try my laptop and see if maybe it's the phone. You guys are being so sweet for sticking with me.
The photo for that article went as well. I had to I had to create it myself. I knew what it was supposed to be and I had to somehow figure out how to create it and I'm just really proud of both. So I'd love for you guys to go check it
Hi.
out. Welcome back.
Can you hear me? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I swear to God, we were talking about Mercury retrograde being a fucking bitch. And
We are
what a fucking
resilient.
bitch.
We can do this. We can do this.
I'm just giggling
All
the
right,
whole time too.
here's some lithium quartz.
Take it
Take in
in,
the
take it in,
energy.
take it in, take it in.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be
I'm fine.
alright.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. That was actually so
Okay.
funny to me. I was using my husband's phone. I don't know. I haven't told you guys this, but I don't have a cell phone right now. My iPhone 13 is kaput. It's at reached at the end of its rope, and so now I'm saving to get a new one. But I mean, I'm kind of a homebody anyways, and I use my laptop and my iPad mostly for conversation. So I'm saving for a new phone. I'm gonna get a new one. But it's not necessarily I hate being a consumer. I'm not a big fan of like consuming. And I feel like I already have everything I need. So I kind of can't bring myself
You need
to
a
spend.
phone.
I guess I
You
do.
do
You're
actually need
right.
a phone.
You're right.
I'm all for, like, not having more than you actually need, but you do need a phone for all of the things that you're doing
He's like,
online,
do it now.
and and your birthday's coming up, so who knows how you might be surprised by
That's
people in your
true.
life.
I'm gonna be 42.
Mhm. Yeah, because you 'cause you're a year older than
42.
Ally. Yeah, well,
42.
not
I'm
quite a
gonna
year.
be a
Those are, like,
whole
half a year apart.
42. I
Yeah.
mean, look at me though. Let's talk about
Gorgeous.
42,
Queen.
queen. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm not though. I'm being very serious.
Oh, you are. You are a gorgeous queen. And also, like, we are, like, going toward our crone era.
I
I mean,
am loving it.
it's an energy, but it's also a frame of like, a time frame, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Because it's when we have, hopefully, fewer responsibilities with kids and other things like that, that are like, we're trying to sustain life, and more focused on like what we can offer as far as our wisdom to the community. So I love writing about the crone. It's one of my favorite things to write about, and I have so many articles. And Crystal was just sharing about one of her articles that she recently had come out about the crone. So definitely go check it out. And
Yeah.
if you're addicted to learning more about the crone or like the crone energy, go check out my page too because I have a whole section on my page that's like all crone.
I
And I've
wanted
been
to announce
narrating those
something.
articles. Yeah.
So you guys know I've been doing written reports for about a year now. I'm pretty behind. I'm working on it. If you guys are waiting for your reports, I'm behind, but I'm working on it and I love you guys for being patient. I have actually decided I will not be doing them anymore. I am If you have a report that you've ordered from me and you are waiting for it, you are a lucky individual because I will no longer be doing ordered written reports.
Mm.
As much as I find joy in doing them for people, and I'm not saying forever.
This is
I,
news for me
I know I
because
haven't
we
told her
haven't
about
even
this.
talked about that, but it's interesting because, like, I also do reports. I do natal charts, I have a couple other readings, but I also have been feeling like I need to pull back from that, so that's very bizarre. Um,
Yeah, I think that we're on the same page.
maybe we should
I
just say, like, this is the cutoff date to get a report if you wanted one or a
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to take in maybe another month just to get people who are really trying to get in there and do it.
Yeah,
But I need to take at least 6 months off from doing it. I'm very burnt out.
yeah,
And I don't believe I'm able to give it's the plan, it's 100% baby. I don't believe I'm able to give people what I wanna give them if I continue. I know I'm doing great right now,
yeah.
but I know that I can feel my body coming to a point where I need to take a break from it.
You need to
So,
refocus your energy, like, you need to focus
yeah,
on your own health right
yeah,
now, and also, like, we're trying to expand other things together
yes.
too, so it's just a shifting of energy, and
Yeah, and I'm
hopefully
not saying
something
I
that's
won't
gonna fill your cup more,
I'm sure that there'll
too.
be times when I need to make a little extra cash and I'll open up and do a couple here or there, but for the most part, doing, 15 to 20 reports a month, I'm not doing that
Yeah,
anymore. And it's not that I don't love connecting with people because I really do, but um I really don't like the pressure of it. I don't like feeling as
yeah,
if I'm going too slow. I find that what I do with these reports, what I've been doing is, um, I'm I'm kind of I find myself I don't ever take anyone's energy. I think anybody who in a report when they do reports for you or readings for you and they say something about manipulating your energy, you should be very
mm,
cautious of somebody who's manipulating your energy because you should be able to do a tarot reading without touching someone's energy at all. Like you should be able to just
absolutely.
observe the energy of the person and then
Yes,
just be the middleman. Somebody's manipulating your energy without your consent, that's fucking weird. Don't That's
it
not
is,
cool.
yeah,
And there are nefarious readers that will do that. I personally, um, have been I think I've been in in contact with so many different people's uh metaphysical selves, their energy and energetic forms, that I'm beginning to not know where I end and others begin. And that's really
Mm.
important for me. I'm not spending enough time on my chart. I'm not spending enough time on my self-improvement. And so I want to slow down and so I just and I hadn't
I'm
talked to you
proud of
about it.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm
And I
really
think
proud of you.
that this Mercury Cancer thing that I'm going through right now, I was looking for a way to continue to fill my cup and still connect with people. And so starting this new publication should be grounding exactly.
Yeah.
It should be helping me kind of make up for that extra that I'm not able to pull in, because I'm also incredibly authentic about this. You guys know that my husband has been actively seeking work for years now, and he like actively seeking. And I think he's not the only person that's experiencing this, but the job market is fucked right now. It's absolutely
At
bonkers. Like
least yeah, at least
it's hard.
in-person jobs for sure.
Yeah, very difficult, very
Yeah.
difficult. And so I've been the one who's been doing holding down the family financially, while he's doing more. It's like a role reversal is what we've done, which I
Yeah.
love. Please don't get me wrong. My husband took my last name when we got married. I love a good role reversal. Please believe, right? But I think it's time for me to exactly, thanks to the felon girl. I think it's time for me to take a step back and focus more on myself. And so that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And I hadn't talked to you about that. I was saving it for the podcast, but I think it's interesting that you
Wow.
were feeling the same way.
Yeah, I think that, that's just kind of a natural evolution and like you said, not to say that you can't come back to it, but I think that we have been postponing things that need to happen. Like I truly believe this podcast needs to happen.
Yes.
Um like more of us need a safe space to come and just like
Yes.
exist and be and have it be a ritual together that we just are like hanging out, talking about something, or maybe we have because I was thinking it'd be really fun to have a feel good Friday sort of episode
Yeah.
where we share like stories from around the world that are really positive, healing, like really exciting stuff that's going on to kind of bring up the energy because there's plenty of the shit happening. And,
Absolutely.
so I think that could be really fun. And you guys, if you have any suggestions, please like drop it in either one of our chats.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting like an official, publication probably for this podcast
Yep.
that we kind of joint run. And we will notify all of you, of course, about it. But I would love to know from everybody in the chat which publication, like, are you coming from Gray or are you coming from
Yeah.
Ayana
Tell
or
us.
both? Because I would love to see that. So if it's Gray, write Gray. If it's Ayana, write Ayana or both
Mm.
in the chat because I think that would be really cool to see.
Yeah. I'd like to
I mean,
know.
some of you I know, like Lisa, I know for sure. I've seen both. And if you're not subscribed to both of us, here's
Please
the time
do.
to do it. It's very easy. You just click. And I guarantee if you like one of us, you're probably going to like the other person.
Yeah. We're best friends, guys. We're best friends.
We're different
Uh,
flavors, but both delicious.
yeah. So you guys want to know, like, truly, like, how you can get to know us, like, super fast is think about the movie Practical Magic. Okay.
Oh,
I
yes.
am very much like Nicole Kidman's character, and Ayana is very much like Sandra Bullock's character. I will show you guys. I'm wearing my Practical Magic shirt.
Very
That's
nice.
our best friend movie.
I'm
But
not, but,
but that's very much who we are. I'm very much like this, like free spirit, kind of living my
have
own thing, doing my own thing, kind
bee
of.
earring.
There you go. Yes, I love
Yeah.
it. In contact with my sister basically, but in and out of her life, and I had been that's basically how I am. I told you guys earlier I'm a very hermetic creature at times. And
I just thought of the perfect article that you could
tell
write.
me.
Actually, series you could write. You
Okay.
could do the astrology for the different characters.
Stop. I was thinking about breaking down fictional character astrology. Girl, get out of my brain.
Well, what's really funny is I had never seen that movie until, like, Crystal told me about it, And it was after I had already started sharing, like, witchy stuff on
Yeah.
TikTok and, like, and all of that, and, like, I'm very much a kitchen witch, I would say a hearth witch, a green witch, a hedge witch, like, I do a lot of it, but, like, very connected to the earth. And then I saw Sally, her character, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." Like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, how is that possible? 'Cause, we're very, very similar,
Very
like, so
similar.
much so, um, like, even the fact that, like, your kids are pretty much adults at this point,
Yes. I
like,
have a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old.
you're kind of, a free woman almost, kind of,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and I'm the one with the youngin. I have a 3.5-year-old daughter, so it's kind of interesting because it's similar to the show. Anyways, just thoughts, and also, I guess they have a sequel coming out.
Yeah, I have struggled with it because, my biggest issue is I believe that a woman gets more beautiful with age. And I
Mhm.
believe that we are fine wines, and I believe that plastic and filler and all that just listen, if you have filler and you are in this chat right now, I am not judging you, baby. If that filler brings you joy and confidence,
Mhm.
fuck everybody else. With that said, the actresses in this movie do not look like themselves. And I know it's a sinister patriarchy, blah, 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 blah. I get all of that. But I struggle with the uncanny valley of watching these incredibly beautiful women not allow themselves to age. For instance, if you
Yeah.
watch the first one, Stockard Channing is in that. That's one of the older
Mhm.
witches,
Mhm.
the aunties.
Yeah.
Those 2 witches have aged they aged naturally in that first
Yeah.
movie. They looked their age, right?
Mhm.
And I think now it's supposed to be the Owen sisters are now the older Owen sisters are now the new
Mhm.
aunties, right?
Mhm.
But they do not
They
look
don't.
their
Yeah.
age, and
No.
it really bothers me when people have this uncanny valley plastic thing going on. And I know that I'm riding a line here because I never wanna make a woman who's made those choices feel bad about it because genuinely, baby, if you feel good, I feel good. However, I think it's really important for us to consider that the reason why we feel this desire to stay young for so long is because pedophiles run the government,
Yep.
and we've been nefariously trained from a very early age that we must remain spring chickens
Yep.
forever. And I'll tell you what, I'm worth way more than that. I can offer you so much more
Yeah.
than staying young forever. I don't
Yep.
it's just it's unhealthy and it's hard for me to watch it. I'm gonna watch it, obviously,
Yeah.
but
No, I hear you. I feel the same way. I mean, that's why I write the articles I do about the crone, because it is all about, like, dismantling the patriarchy, the idea that women never age, the idea that women lose their value, when they start to have wrinkles and gray hair and signs of aging, that suddenly we are worthless, when our wombs no longer function as, a space for a baby to grow. But instead to realize, like, the reason why we stop being able to procreate at such a young age is because we are meant to pass on more than just a child. We're meant to
100%,
pass on our wisdom.
100%.
And that's why we're so different from men, because men can continue to procreate until the end of their life, basically,
Yeah,
unless they have something health wise that goes on. But women can't. And I do believe it's very intentional because we have something that has to be heard and seen and passed on. There's just so much wisdom that we carry, and we are quite literally the cosmos incarnates, what we
yep,
carry in our wombs, the way that we can produce stem cells regularly, like we can grow entire organs. I would say that's pretty magical.
it's pretty magical,
Um,
yeah,
I'd
I
say
would
that's
agree
pretty
with you.
magical, and so and especially with how hard they have to work, how hard the patriarchy has to work to put us down, to try and suppress us, to try and make our value be only when we are visibly attractive, which only means when we look as young as possible, as much like children as possible,
Mhm.
and I would say that's a great measure of, like, is this a healthy society? If you can see that women are able to age and they're still seen in a way that is, honored, respected, loved, seen as beautiful,
Right,
But if you're in a society where, it's very common for people to like ours, to kinda look at women who have let themselves go, right? Where they actually show their age, um, and they're suddenly now worthless or less valued, then, obviously, I would say that's the epitome of the patriarchy in work, and, that's exactly what we need to push back on. So it's not that we're like, "Oh, man," if you choose to do things that, kind of reverse aging or present yourself in a younger light, that you should feel bad, or, if you choose to color your hair to get rid of grays, that you should feel
No,
bad.
I mean,
It's not
if
about
we
that at
look,
all.
I've got
Yeah.
moon. This is all moon coming in. You can see how white that is right there. And I'm still
Yeah.
gonna put a little red on my hair because I love being a vivacious redhead, but it
You
doesn't take away from the fact that my moon strands are here. Yeah.
And you can't see mine right now because 'cause they're all, like, right here underneath my headphones, but
Yeah.
I have plenty of gray coming through, and the thing is, like, I it doesn't bother me, but what does bother me is thinking about my daughter looking at women who are older and seeing them and saying, "Oh, like, they aren't allowed to be older. Like, I have to hold on to this,
Absolutely.
youth for as long as possible. Otherwise, look, like, they're being treated so poorly." I would love to have this next generation of women grow up and truly see themselves as beautiful, valuable, to
Yeah.
no longer care so much about all of these constraints that have been put on all of us, as
Yeah.
far as like making sure we shave our fucking legs and
I hate that
like
shit.
all of this stuff that we do to try and like change our bodies instead of just realize like the only reason why it's less attractive is because we aren't seeing it all the time.
Right?
Like, if we start seeing cellulite and wrinkles and gray hair and, smiling like, all the things that we've been told are unacceptable, if we start seeing it regularly,
Just
it
our
no
bodies
longer.
existing in its natural just our bodies existing in their
Yeah.
natural form should be perfectly acceptable, and I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like. And, I wanna speak to you were talking about how women, or people with uterus have the ability to, lose the ability to make babies, way earlier in their life than men or biological men.
Mhm.
Um Whales are the same way. So whales, I mean, you know how I feel about whales. They run the
Mhm.
grid, they run energy, the ocean, they're
Yeah.
our ocean messengers, they're very important. We could have an entire episode about
Mhm.
what the whales do for our
We
grid
could.
and how nefarious the patriarchy was with whales when whaling happened. I mean, it's all part of controlling
Yeah.
us, right? But um specifically, blue whales, humpback whales, and, orca, they have grandmothers. They have grandmother pod leaders who
Mhm.
basically, like, they run the show. It is a matriarchy pod, and, um we're supposed to be like that. That's what we're supposed to be doing is, I something I was telling my mom about mitochondrial DNA. A lot of people don't understand this, but mitochondrial DNA is produced from mother to daughter, right? It's how genetics are passed, basically, is one of the biggest ways that genetics are passed. Men do not create mitochondrial DNA. So when a mother has a daughter, she's passing down her mitochondrial DNA. When a mother has a son, the mitochondrial DNA stops with the son.
Mhm.
Does that make
Yep.
sense to you guys? What does that
So
sound like? What does that sound like to you? It sounds like when you marry your husband, you take his last name and you no longer have your own name anymore, which was just your father's name before that. Tell me something real quick. If how did the patriarchy know that mitochondrial DNA was happening in women? And so they knew that they needed to take the power back and give the patriarchy a male, leadership form of taking the last name. How did men know that? Another thing to think about, okay?
mhm.
Real quick. You guys ever noticed how in the Bible they say that God is a man? And that in order for you to be saved and to go to heaven, you have to be dunked into water and brought back up, reborn.
Mhm.
Has it ever
Mhm.
struck you guys as interesting that men were so jealous of what we could do as women that they created religion that took us out of power and then gave them the ability to re, like give you
Mhm.
rebirth? They were
Mhm.
so jealous of the fact that we have portals on our vaginas to create life that they made a ritual called baptism. That is it's just jealousy. It's just
Mhm.
jealousy, that's what
Mhm.
it comes down to. So, like, I think it's super nefarious, I think it's, super disgusting, and I think the more that we have these conversations, as above, so below, we see it in the whales, we see it in the trees, we see it in the mushrooms, we see it in everything.
Yeah.
The more that we're able to acknowledge this, the better, and when I say, a matriarchy, I do not mean that men are slaves. I
No.
no one's a slave. No one's a slave. What if I told you that
No one
everyone
should be a slave. No,
everyone
but there are slaves, literally, there are slaves still in the US right now.
right
So
now.
if you think slavery is gone, you are so wrong. It is still here, it is still happening. Specifically, I can tell you within our food system.
Yep,
So if you really love cheap food and are upset by the price of food, you shouldn't be angry, like, that you are suffering because
enslaved,
really the
exactly.
people suffering the most are the ones who are in the fields because, like, while, some people are really upset that immigrants are being brought, up or illegally or legally, right?
Whatever it is,
To
right?
to work here, whether you're happy with that or not, they are making it possible for you to have food. They are working so many jobs that other people are not willing to work for good
Yeah,
reason. They're not safe. Nobody should be working these jobs because there are
no,
no regulations around them. But then also, they don't know what they're getting themselves into because a lot of the paperwork's not even in the language that they speak. And so
right,
they are signing off, like, literally, or not even themselves because some of them cannot write. And so
right.
they're literally putting themselves in harm's way without even knowing what's going on, and then becoming kind of indentured servants because they accumulate these debts to the people
Yeah,
that they are, the
to the farmers that
coyotes
they're
or
they're
or
indebted to,
whatever that they're
basically.
exactly that the people who brought them up will
Yep,
kind of provide the housing and stuff, and then charge them obscene amounts, and they can't, obviously afford to pay them back, so they become a slave
indentured.
to.
Yeah.
Yep. And so and there are a lot of atrocities that are happening within that. So if you're interested in learning more about that, there's a book called Tomatoland that came out quite a few years ago, but it kind of delves into that. But yeah, just I know that's a side note, but I just wanted to make
No,
it
it's
very
that's a
clear
that's a main
that
note, babe. That's a main
yeah,
note for sure.
I know it's a little side trail, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that's
Well,
still
and I think
very much
also,
happening in our country. It's
there's
not
also
something
other
that's in the
forms,
past.
so there's other forms of slavery. When they got rid of slavery, that's when the prison system began, and they
Mhm.
were able to do papers, please. If you don't have your papers, then you are enslaved again, but you're enslaved by the law, basically, and that's where chain gangs came from, where you would see a bunch of black and brown individuals in black and white stripes prison outfits in chains together, working on railroads, working on
Mhm.
building buildings. Basically, the backs of black and brown people were is what we how we built the country. First, we did it
Mhm.
through chattel slavery, and then we moved into, like you said, the food industry slavery, as well as the prison system. And the prison system is
Mhm.
it's for profit. So the biggest issue is that first they create criminals and then they punish them, and without the criminals that they're creating, there would be our actual economy would collapse without the prison system. Like, if you think about it like this, guys, I would say, I think the last time I checked, like 65% of people that are in the prison system for nonviolent drug offenses, which is very interesting because now, as a woman in California, I can go down to a dispensary, buy myself an eighth, come home, smoke it, and have no concern about going to jail. While there is somebody who's in a California prison for doing that before it was legal. So my
Mhm.
thing is, why are we not releasing people who have these nonviolent drug charges? And it is because they need the slavery. So I know
Yep.
another side note on the slavery tip. But if you guys think slavery is gone, nope, nope, not a thing, not a thing. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. We were talking about Feel Good Fridays.
Mhm.
You're going on Lawrence and Dana's show this Friday, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. Yep, I'm
Okay,
going on their Friday show. I'm really excited about it. Um, but yeah, that's I don't know what else I was supposed to
that's
say
okay.
about
I'm
that
excited.
other
Well,
than
this
I'm
this
excited about it.
so yeah, she's gonna be on the Fucked Up Fridays for the Daily Whatever show with
Yes,
Dana and Lawrence. But we are
I
thinking
am.
about doing Feel Good Fridays where
Mhm.
we go live and we tell you guys nothing but good fucking news. And we try to find the best one and you guys vote to tell us who you think found the best Feel Good Friday. So if you guys are interested in that, please let us know. Hello. He's a Mimi. What a cutie pie. What I got one too. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't
the
have a cat.
furs.
I got a puppy.
The
I
white
got
poof.
Oh, she smells like Fritos. I like Fritos?
It's always Fritos for me. It's either they smell like Fritos or, like a spiced, like, something, spiced cake or something, like
Pumpkin
cinnamon and
spice.
clove and all of
Oh,
that.
so stinky girl. This is my best friend, Sweet D. I love her so much. Ooh, that breath is kicking, girl. What did you eat? Ugh. Are you okay, baby? What's wrong? Oh my goodness, did you hear her little poop? My
Aw.
sweet girl, I'm so sorry. I scared her I moved too quick. She's a little nervous about everything. Well, this was fun. Thank you for talking with me. I know that we're coming up on the end of an hour and I was gone
We
for like
are.
10 of it.
Well, maybe we should, open it up for questions
Yeah, do you guys have questions?
because I know we were kinda all over the map of what we talked about. Um, and I mean, I think I'd like to end it on a happy note or a positive note, I suppose. Leave us in a good space energetically. But, I would love to do this more often. I'd love for us to go live
Yes, I
even
agree.
this even this Friday, if possible. Your
Yeah,
dog
I
has the best
love
breath.
to.
It smells like angels and candy. Is that
I
a
know I saw those.
joke or is it
Oh, that's a joke for
I was
sure.
like,
That there's no way.
I'm hoping that's a well, I mean, if it's not, that's pretty
That's
amazing.
pretty wonderful for you. Yeah. Love that for you. Also guys, just so you know, I'm 42 this week or this month, July 13th. I will be 42. And I bought myself a bed tent and now I'm a grown woman with a queen size bed tent and twinkle
That's
lights.
great.
Don't ever let anyone tell you how to adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I said so. If they have a problem, send them to me. I'll tell them. I'll tell
Well,
them.
I mean, isn't that kind of the point of being an adult is you get to choose how you want to be?
That's true. That's so true. I want to show you guys. My mom and I'm gonna walk you guys out real quick before we leave. My mom and I made something that I just think is so beautiful, and I haven't shared it with anyone. And I don't even think I've shown Ayana yet. If I have, I haven't shown her in its like entirety. So let's walk together. Ooh, I'm like getting old, guys. It's gonna be dark. Oh no.
And thank you for everyone who came and hung out with us. We love you guys very much. Definitely make sure you're subscribed to both of us. Like I said, we're gonna try and actually I know we've said this before, but we're gonna try and actually go live at least once a week, if not twice or three times.
All right, you guys can see I made cloud lights. Those light up,
Those are so cool.
and I put these little light up. I put little lights in them too, so these light up like they're like what are they called? Hot air balloons.
Oh,
Then
yes.
we've got if you come around, it's like a little village. Isn't that so cute?
It's so cute.
Yeah, we love it. It's very fun. We're living our best lives. This is on the lesson of don't let anyone tell you how to adult. You can decorate your house however you want. I said so.
Very true.
Not that you need my permission. But all right, well, I love you very much, best friend, and I love you guys too. Do you guys have any
I love
questions?
you
I don't think
too.
so.
Yeah, and like I said, make sure that you're following both of us and also
Please do.
go check out our articles, because maybe you've missed, sometimes I feel like people aren't notified about the different articles that are dropping, but
Here,
we both
I'm gonna
have some pretty exciting ones
chat.
that just came out. Um,
I would love for you guys to check this out. So let me just drop this in the chat real quick. I got it. Hold on.
Aw, thanks guys. We're planning on doing this again. Like I said, maybe even this Friday, so stay tuned. I will hopefully in advance or Crystal will send a link to you guys so then you can actually plan on it. But it'll probably be, I'm assuming, around this time, or it'll be more like midday Eastern Standard Time, like around 1 maybe. So, West Coasters, that's 3 hours earlier. There's only so early we can do it because, Crystal tends to not get up that early, so I just try to be cognizant of that, and oh, thank you for all the hearts, guys. But yeah, definitely go check our articles out. Like I said, I'm trying to write some more that are more, like, on the personal side of things, and if that's of interest to you, I'd love to hear, your feedback in the comments of those articles, but it looks like she's disappeared. I think she's trying to send some links. So maybe she'll write a note with them. So go check that out. But I love you guys so much. Um, you're all magical and you're all valued and loved in this space. See you soon.